Hey coin lovers! Welcome to the Worth Old Coins channel, your place to discover the hidden value and rare facts about old coins. In today's video we're revealing the top 5 valuable coins, and one of them might just be in your collection. So don't skip this video, let's find out their real worth. Top 1. The America Quarter Dollar, honoring the state of Utah, inscribed with the dual year 1896 to 2007 and bearing the P. Mint mark of the Philadelphia Mint, is part of the celebrated 50-state quarters program launched by the United States Mint in 1999 and running until 2008, a groundbreaking series that issued 5 different quarters per year to represent every state of the Union in the order of their admission, with Utah, the 45th state, admitted to the Union on January 4, 1896, receiving its coin in 2007 as the 45th issue in the program. The obverse front of the coin follows the standard design used throughout the State Quarter series, featuring the portrait of George Washington, the nation's first president, originally created in 1932 by sculptor John Flanagan to honor the bicentennial of Washington's birth, but updated slightly in 1999 by William Cousins for sharper modern detail. It shows Washington facing left with inscriptions, United States of America, along the top, Liberty, to the left of his portrait, In God We Trust, to the right, and the denomination, quarter dollar, beneath his chin, while the mint mark, P, just to the right of the portrait, signifies it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The reverse, back, of the coin is unique to Utah and features one of the most historically evocative images in the State Quarter series: 2 locomotives facing each other, representing the historic meeting of the Union Pacific and the Central Pacific Railroads at Promontory Summit, Utah on May 10, 1869, where the final ceremonial golden spike was driven, completing the Transcontinental Railroad and symbolically linking the eastern and western United States for the first time. Between the trains is the golden spike itself, a central design element that signifies this monumental event in Utah's history, while above the scene appears the motto, Crossroads of the West, acknowledging Utah's pivotal role in connecting the nation as a transportation hub. The state name, Utah, is inscribed at the bottom, accompanied by the dual year 1896, marking statehood, and 2007, marking the issue year of the coin. In terms of technical specifications, the Utah quarter follows the standard clad composition of circulating U.S. quarters, consisting of cupronickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core, giving it a silvery outer appearance with a reddish copper edge visible from the side. It weighs 5.67 grams, measures 24.26 millimeters in diameter, and has a thickness of 1.75 millimeters with a finely reeded edge of 119 reeds. The Philadelphia Mint struck approximately 255 million Utah quarters in 2007, making the P. Mint mark version very common in circulation, while the Denver Mint produced a nearly equal number, and the San Francisco Mint struck both clad and 90% silver-proof versions for collectors. Because of its high mintage, the 2007 P. Utah quarter is not rare in circulated condition, and most examples hold only face value of 25 cents, but uncirculated coins with strong mint luster are collected in rolls and bags, typically worth 50 cents to $1, while coins graded at higher levels such as MS65 to MS67 can fetch $5 to $20, and exceptionally well-preserved top-graded examples in MS68 have sold for significantly higher premiums, sometimes reaching $200 or more in specialized auctions due to their scarcity in such pristine quality. Proof versions, especially the silver proofs, carry higher values tied to both their collector appeal and bullion content, usually worth $5 to $15 or more depending on silver prices. Historically, the 2007 Utah quarter stands out in the State Quarters program because of its reverse design's direct tie to a defining moment in American history, the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad, which not only transformed travel and commerce but also symbolized the unity of the nation after the Civil War era. For everyday Americans, the Utah quarter entered circulation widely in 2007 and was quickly noticed for its striking train imagery, often collected straight from pocket change by both casual savers and serious numismatists, adding to the tremendous popularity of the State Quarter series, which introduced millions of people to coin collecting. Today, the 2007 P. Utah State Quarter continues to be appreciated both as a piece of circulating coinage and as a historical miniature linking Utah's identity as the Crossroads of the West, with the broader story of American progress, expansion, and connectivity, making it not just a monetary token of 25 cents, but also a symbol of unity, history, and national heritage. Top 2. The America Quarter Dollar, commemorating the state of South Dakota, inscribed with the dual year 1889 to 2006 and bearing the P. Mint mark of the Philadelphia Mint is one of the popular releases in the United States Mint's 50 state quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008 and celebrated each of the 50 states in the order of their admission to the Union, with South Dakota, the 40th state, admitted on November 2, 1889, receiving its official state quarter in 2006 as the final design released. That year, the obverse, front, of the coin carries the familiar portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States, originally created in 1932 by sculptor John Flanagan for the Washington Quarters introduction, but updated slightly in 1999 by William Cousins to sharpen detail for the State Quarters program. It shows Washington facing left with inscriptions including United States of America, across the top, Liberty, to the left, In God We Trust, to the right, and the denomination, quarter dollar, at the bottom, while the mint mark, P, to the right of Washington's portrait indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The reverse, back, is uniquely dedicated to South Dakota's history and symbols, showcasing a bold layered design that features Mount Rushmore National Memorial at the center, one of the most iconic monuments in the United States and the most famous landmark in South Dakota, depicting the colossal carved faces of Presidents George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln, symbolizing the nation's birth, growth, development, and preservation. Surrounding Mount Rushmore is an intricate ring of heads of wheat symbolizing South Dakota's strong agricultural heritage and its role as a major producer of wheat and grain, while above the monument soars the state bird, the Chinese ring-necked pheasant, chosen as an emblem of the state's abundant wildlife and outdoor traditions. Around the edge are the inscriptions South Dakota, at the top, the dual year, 1889, marking statehood, and 2006, year of issue, and the national motto, E pluribus unum, at the bottom, meaning out of many one. The coin's technical specifications are standard for circulating quarters of the era. It has a clad composition of cupronickel, 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core, giving it durability and a silvery finish. It weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, a thickness of 1.75 millimeters, and a finely reeded edge with 119 reeds. In terms of production, the Philadelphia Mint struck more than 245 million South Dakota quarters in 2006, making the 2006 P issue extremely common in circulation, with the Denver Mint producing a similar number, while the San Francisco Mint issued special proof versions in both clad and 90% silver compositions for collectors. Because of this enormous mintage, the 2006 P South Dakota quarter is not rare in circulation and is generally worth only its face value of 25 cents when worn, but uncirculated examples are popular with collectors, especially in rolls and mint sets, and typically trade for 50 cents to $1, while higher-grade certified examples such as MS65 to MS67 can sell for $5 to $20. And the very finest known examples at MS68 or higher are scarcer and can reach values over $200 in auctions due to collector demand. 4 top-quality state quarters. Proof coins, especially the silver proof issues, carry greater value both for their special finishes and intrinsic silver content, usually selling for $5 to $15 depending on condition and silver prices. Historically and symbolically, the 2006 South Dakota quarter is significant because it manages to encapsulate the essence of the state within one compact design: the national pride and grandeur of Mount Rushmore, the importance of agriculture as an economic foundation, and the beauty of wildlife represented by the pheasant in flight. For the millions of Americans who received this coin in their change during 2006 and subsequent years, it served as both a circulating piece of money and a miniature piece of history, sparking interest in numismatics among a new generation. Today, the 2006 P South Dakota quarter stands as a lasting symbol of the successful 50-state quarters program, which remains one of the most collected coin series in American history, and it reminds us not only of South Dakota's identity and contributions, but also of how coinage can be a vehicle for storytelling heritage and national unity across the United States. Top 3. The America Quarter Dollar, commemorating Bombay Hook National Wildlife Refuge in Delaware, dated 2015 and bearing the P mint mark for the Philadelphia Mint, is one of the beautifully designed coins in the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series that ran from 2010 through 2021 and honored national parks, wildlife refuges, forests, and historic sites across the United States and its territories, with 5 new designs issued each year in the order in which the sites gained federal designation, and Bombay Hook being the 29th coin released in the series as part of the 2015 set, following Nebraska's Homestead, Louisiana's Kisatchie, North Carolina's Blue Ridge Parkway, and Delaware's own contribution. The obverse, front, F. The coin continues the standard design used across the entire America the Beautiful series, featuring the restored and modernized portrait of George Washington, first used on the Washington quarter in 1932, sculpted by John Flanagan, but digitally refined by sculptor William Cousins to give it sharper details for modern minting. Washington faces left with inscriptions United States of America above, Liberty, to the left, In God We Trust, to the right, and the denomination. $quarter at the bottom, while the mint mark, P, appears next to Washington's ponytail, identifying it as a product of the Philadelphia Mint. The reverse, back, design is what makes the coin special, featuring a tranquil and detailed image of the wetlands of Bombay Hook National Wildlife Refuge, a protected area in Delaware established in 1937 and known for its rich bird populations and tidal salt marshes along the Delaware Bay. The central image depicts a great blue heron in the foreground, wading gracefully in shallow water, while behind it a great egret is shown poised and alert among the reeds, capturing the spirit of the refuge's role as a sanctuary for migratory birds and wetland ecosystems. The scene conveys both natural beauty and ecological importance, with detailed engravings of the marsh grasses and reflective water surface adding depth to the composition. Surrounding inscriptions include Bombay Hook at the top, Delaware, at the left the year of issue, 2015, at the bottom, and the series motto, E pluribus unum, out of many one, to the right, while the sculptor engraver's initials are subtly included near the design. As for technical specifications, the 2015 P Bombay Hook quarter follows the clad composition standard of circulating U.S. quarters with outer layers of cupronickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core, giving it durability and a silvery white color. It weighs 5.67 grams, measures 24.26 millimeters in diameter, has a thickness of 1.75 millimeters, and features a finely reeded edge with 119 reeds. In terms of production, the Philadelphia Mint struck approximately 223 million Bombay Hook quarters in 2015, while the Denver Mint produced a similar number, and the San Francisco Mint issued special clad and 90% silver proofs for collectors. Because of this high mintage, the 2015 P Bombay Hook quarter is very common in circulation, and circulated examples usually hold only face value of 25 cents, though uncirculated coins with bright luster are collected and may fetch 50 cents to $1, while high-grade certified pieces in MS65 to MS67 can sell for $5 to $20, with the very finest known examples at MS68 commanding much higher premium, sometimes reaching $300 or more at auctions due to rarity in such condition-proof versions. Especially the 90% silver proofs have higher value tied to both their collector appeal and silver content, usually ranging from $5 to $15 or more depending on market demand and silver prices. Symbolically, the 2015 Bombay Hook quarter highlights the importance of America's wildlife refuges and environmental conservation, bringing national attention to Delaware's ecological treasure and serving as a reminder of the role of federal protection in preserving wetlands for migratory birds and other species. For everyday Americans, this coin entered circulation widely in late 2015 and early 2016, and its peaceful naturalistic design was immediately popular with both collectors and casual savers who appreciated the break from more historically oriented state quarters. Today, the 2015 P Bombay Hook National Wildlife Refuge quarter stands as both a circulating coin and a miniature piece of art representing the beauty of Delaware's marshes, the majesty of bird life, and the broader goals of the America the Beautiful Quarters program to celebrate and preserve America's natural and cultural heritage through coinage that travels hand-to-hand across the nation. Top 4. The America Quarter Dollar, honoring Theodore Roosevelt National Park in North Dakota, dated 2016, and carrying the P mint mark for the Philadelphia Mint, is one of the striking releases of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a 56-coin series issued between 2010 and 2021 that celebrated national parks, wildlife refuges, forests, and other federally protected sites across the United States and its territories, with North Dakota's coin being the 34th design in the series and the 4th quarter released in 2016 following Shawnee National Forest in Illinois, Cumberland Gap in Kentucky, and Harper's Ferry in West Virginia. The obverse front of the coin, like all in the series, features the familiar portrait of George Washington, the nation's first president, originally created in 1932 by sculptor John Flanagan for the bicentennial of Washington's birth, and later digitally refined by William Cousins for sharper modern strikes. Washington faces left with inscriptions United States of America at the top, Liberty to the left, In God We Trust to the right, and the denomination $quarter below, while the P mint mark near Washington's ponytail indicates production at the Philadelphia Mint. The reverse, back, is dedicated to Theodore Roosevelt National Park, one of North Dakota's most important natural and historical landmarks, named in honor of the 26th President of the United States, Theodore Roosevelt, whose experiences in the rugged Badlands of North Dakota profoundly shaped his conservation philosophy and inspired his later efforts to establish America's system of national parks and protected lands. The reverse design depicts Theodore Roosevelt himself on horseback, surveying the dramatic landscape of the North Dakota Badlands, with detailed engravings of eroded cliffs, canyons, and prairie terrain stretching into the distance. Capturing both the rugged natural beauty of the region and Roosevelt's personal connection to it, the image is symbolic of Roosevelt's role as both a rancher in the area during the 1880s and as the conservation president who ensured the preservation of America's natural treasures. Around the design are inscriptions including Theodore Roosevelt at the top, North Dakota, at the left the year 2016, at the bottom, and the motto E pluribus unum, out of many one, to the right. The coin specifications follow the standard clad quarter format. It is composed of cupronickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel. Bonded to a pure copper core, weighs 5.67 grams, measures 24.26 millimeters in diameter, has a thickness of 1.75 millimeters, and carries a finely reeded edge with 119 reeds. In terms of production, the Philadelphia Mint struck approximately 231 million of the 2016 P North Dakota quarters, while the Denver Mint struck a similar number, and the San Francisco Mint issued both clad-proof and 90% silver-proof versions for collectors because of this very high mintage. The 2016 P North Dakota quarter is common in circulation, and most circulated examples carry only face value of 25 cents, though uncirculated specimens with bright luster are often collected in rolls or mint sets and generally trade for 50 cents to $1, while high-grade certified examples in MS65 to MS67 can sell for $5 to $20, and the very finest known at MS68 or higher are scarce and can command prices exceeding $300 at auction due to their rarity in such pristine condition. Proof versions, especially the silver proofs, carry higher premiums based on their finish and intrinsic silver value, usually ranging between $5 and $15 or more. Historically and symbolically, the 2016 North Dakota quarter is notable not only for its connection to a state known for its sweeping prairies and badlands, but also for its direct link to Theodore Roosevelt, the president, whose policies established the foundation of modern American conservation, making this coin unique in the America the Beautiful series as one of the few to depict a U.S. president in the design. For collectors and the general public alike, the coin serves as both legal tender and a miniature work of art that celebrates America's landscape's history and ideals, traveling hand to hand while telling the story of how Roosevelt's time in the North Dakota wilderness left a legacy that shaped the national park system we know today. Thus, the 2016 P North Dakota Theodore Roosevelt quarter is not just a 25-cent piece of circulating coinage, but also a lasting tribute to the intertwined themes of nature, leadership, and preservation that define both the state of North Dakota and the broader American story. Top 5, the America Quarter Dollar, honoring Lowell National Historical Park in Massachusetts, dated 2019 and struck at the Philadelphia Mint with the P Mint mark, is one of the significant entries in the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a 56 coin series that ran from 2010 through 2021 and celebrated national parks and historic sites across every U.S. state and territory, with the Lowell issue being the 46th coin in the program overall and the first quarter released in 2019, a year that also featured coins for Guam, Northern Mariana Islands, Texas, and Idaho. The obverse front carries the standard portrait of George Washington, the nation's first president, which first appeared on the quarter in 1932, when sculptor John Flanagan design was selected for the bicentennial of Washington's birth. For the America the Beautiful series, this portrait was digitally restored and refined by sculptor William Cousins to give it sharper detail, but it retains its classic left-facing profile surrounding. Inscriptions on the obverse include United States of America across the top, Liberty at the left, In God We Trust at the right, and Quarter Dollar along the bottom, with a small P Mint mark placed to the right of Washington's ponytail to denote the Philadelphia Mint. The reverse, back, is dedicated to Lowell National Historical Park, which was established in 1978 to preserve and interpret the story of America's Industrial Revolution, with Lowell, Massachusetts serving as a birthplace of large-scale textile manufacturing in the early 19th century. The design features a detailed image of a mill girl, one of the young women who worked in the city's textile mills, shown operating a power loom with its large spoked wheel, a central element that symbolizes the mechanization of the textile industry. Behind her is the Butt Mill Clock Tower, a prominent landmark of Lowell's mill complex, and a smokestack rising in the background representing the industrial heritage and urban growth driven by textile production. Around the design are inscriptions: Lowell at the top, Massachusetts at the left, the year of issue 2019 at the bottom, and the motto E pluribus unum, out of many one, at the right, with the sculptor engraver's initials included subtly within the design. As for technical specifications, the coin matches standard U.S. quarter parameters, a composition of cupronickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel, clad over a pure copper core, giving it durability and a silvery finish, a weight of 5.67 grams, a diameter of 24.26 millimeters. A thickness of 1.75 millimeters, and a finely reeded edge with 119 reeds. In terms of production, the Philadelphia Mint struck about 182.4 million Lowell quarters, while the Denver Mint produced a nearly equal number, and the San Francisco Mint issued both clad and 90% silver-proof versions for collectors, making the 2019 P Lowell quarter widely available in circulation. Because of its large mintage, the 2019 P Lowell quarter is very common in circulated grades, and generally worth only its face value of 25 cents when found in change, but uncirculated examples with full luster are collected in rolls and mint sets, typically selling for 50 cents to $1, while higher-grade certified examples in MS65 to MS67 may be valued at $5 to $25, and the finest known pieces graded MS68 or higher can command premiums over $250 to $400 at auction due to their relative rarity in top condition. Proofs, especially the silver proofs, hold higher collector and bullion value, typically ranging from $5 to $15 or more depending on market demand. Symbolically, the Lowell quarter is notable for being one of the few circulating U.S. coins to depict a working woman, emphasizing the historical significance of the Lowell Mill girls, who not only powered the early textile industry, but also contributed to America's social and labor history by organizing striking and shaping discussions about workers' rights and women's independence in the 19th century. As such, the coin does more than commemorate a location, it tells a layered story of industry, innovation, labor, and community. Today, the 2019 P. Lowell National Historical Park quarter is remembered as both a circulating piece of money and a miniature historical document, a symbol of Massachusetts' role in the Industrial Revolution, and a proud reminder of the way coinage can serve to educate, celebrate, and preserve the collective heritage of the nation. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.